Good afternoon. It's Thursday the 28th of March and I'm just opposite Moat Park in Dundonald. Actually it should be called Moat Park, which is way up there. And this is the Dundonald old road. So if you follow this road along, it goes out to Cumber. And there's a big car park here and a shopping centre, and just behind me with Spar and all the rest of it. And there's a notice board here saying Stack's Bookshop, all types of books, old and new. And I've just spotted 2p, so I'm just going to lift it. Anyway, so I'm just going to introduce you to Stack's Bookshop. And Stack's Bookshop over here on the Dundonald Road is an institution. It's run by a guy I have known for decades, and I don't even know his proper name, and he's well known in this area, and he's a great lad, and his nickname and the name he's known by is Sparky. I don't know why, and I don't know who called him that first. But this is Stack's Bookshop, and it's second-hand books at good prices. Now these, look at this. You can take the child out of the bookshop, but oh, you know the rest. The books that Sparky sells, yes, he has the commonplace books, of course he does, and he does vinyl records and CDs and all the rest of it as well, but the books he has here are just what you would call a wee bit off the beaten track, so to speak. You know, they're not just your typical books, and he has them all, and he knows where everything is found inside his bookshop. If you ask him for could you find me a book on Irish history or something like that, he'll go immediately to it, because I bought books earlier and he found them immediately. So he says we have decided to close on Mondays going forward, open as usual Tuesdays to Saturdays, so bear that in mind. So you find the sort of more hidden books in this bookshop, and I'm trying not to video anybody's face, any customer, because I don't want to annoy anybody. How long have you been going here, Sparky?
1993, 30 years.
30 years here. Were you anywhere else before that?
Just up the street in a small wee bookshop upstairs above the Golden Bloom Bakery. And then after a year, this was a Halifax building society,
right.
And I heard that they were moving out of it,
right.
to a bigger house next door,
right.
A bigger shop next door. And the father said to me, you should take it.
You should go for it.
Better, it's downstairs. Because people were afraid to walk up the stairs.
Right,
because the women were coming up, the older people were coming up and saying, I couldn't climb them stairs, son, that would wreck me. I'm afraid of falling down. And I said, I'm afraid of you falling down.
Oh, absolutely.
So that was it.
And you'll run for a few more years, you reckon?
1 minute. As the man says, we live in hope. We can do a walk around. This whole side is all fiction.
Right.
This is all mostly female authors.
Right.
Across.
Right.
These are all Irish authors.
All right.
Irish and Ulster authors.
Right.
All right through. Women and men.
Right.
These are all historic books.
In behind the door there.
Yes, but mostly written by ladies.
Right.
These are all the very latest ones that have just come in.
Right.
All the very latest. We keep putting new stuff in. This is an A to Z of crime thrillers the whole way up to Z. Beginning there at A, and here's Z right up. But as well as this within it, these are Scandinavian authors like Joe Nesbo.
Right.
All these different writers. These are Irish writers about Irish crime novels, which are very, very popular.
Yes.
Then down here we have all these unusual, these are like for graphic novels we have here.
Yes.
Right across. And we always put this shelf, we need to revamp this for a couple of times here.
Right.
We'll do that right now, in fact. We'll just do it. We always keep this with the very latest ones that have come in, so we always keep that going. And it comes right there, WXYZ right down here. Then here we go to classic crime. This is old crime that is all being reused. You see here, these were all the old Penguin classic books that we all read when we were a lot younger. Here they are.
Wilkie Collins and all that.
Collins, all of that. That's them. All in these old Penguin formats.
Right.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
But now they're being revamped in new. These are all old ones, but they're in new covers.
Right.
It's amazing what they do with Colin, Dexter, all these famous writers, Marston, all these different writers.
Right.
Here are historic novels now, which are very popular. And these
Yeah.
all about the Romans, all about the Greeks, all about the English wars.
The Arthurian legends.
Arthurian legends are all here, yes. And you've even got the other ones. There's Napoleonic. We've got Waterloo. We've got Napoleon and Wellington in series.
Right.
Also. And here we have fantasy fiction and science fiction.
Asimov and all the rest.
That's it. Asimov, right down A to Z. Tolkien, yeah. Right down here, all the space ones, all sorts. And above here are more, here's all Star Wars, here's Doctor Who, all the older ones, absolutely brilliant. Back. And even behind here we have the Beanos and Dandies.
Yes.
We have the Guinness Books of Records, all sorts. But this is all English literature, the whole way up. A to Z of English literature. Novels.
So this would appeal to even youngsters doing A-levels or students?
Students, A-levels, GCSE, A-level, we have...
Or Open University?
Open University, fine, all in English lit. Here we have English poetry. Here are English classic DVDs, all Grapes of Wrath, Pride and Prejudice, Emma, whatever. Far from the Madding Crowd, all these ones.
There's a lot of stuff here that just wouldn't be immediately accessible anywhere else, in any other bookshop.
Well, you'll find that even more as we go around here. These are all the famous writers, by the way. You can have their biographies here as well. The biographies of Hemingway, anybody, Graham Greene, whatever, Irish authors. Just all. And here we have drama, here we have philosophy down here. And then this brings us to, these are Booker Prize winners, and these are books that are usually done by book clubs, and people who want to have book clubs together, they come in here for all these would be all the Booker Prize winners.
Right.
Various ones, yes.
Wow.
So it's an A to Z of that just here, and it's stacked more behind and round the side as well.
I didn't know you did this.
Yeah. Now these are children's books.
Yes.
You know, from Roald Dahl, The Wimpy Kid, David Williams, all sorts. Enid Blyton is taken off greatly. C.S. Lewis,
Yeah.
the Narnia Chronicles. These are all teenage fiction, you know, from younger, about 12 to 13-year-olds forward and upward. Here are all the Enid Blyton books. Famous Five, Secret Seven.
Just books you just can't get hold of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in their older state. You know.
And now we come here, these are young children's books, right from 1 to 3-year-olds, to 4-year-olds, up to 6-year-olds, and then the young writers, people here are 8 or 9, and then we have young girls, teenage fiction, etc. Then we go to this side of the shop completely is non-fiction. It's not fiction, it's non-fiction. But here we have crafts, sewing,
yes.
crochet, design, all sorts of crafts.
Hobbies and
Hobbies
stuff.
and toy making. Here we have also, this is all medical stuff. Used to be vast way back in the day because we had a lot of people coming from
the hospital.
But now a lot of stuff is done on YouTube. A lot of stuff is done online, so they can read a lot of stuff online. Also with gardening, the same, but gardening. And here we have carpentry. We have all sorts of stuff. Making furniture making.
So if I walked into your shop And I asked you, I said, Sparky, have you got anything on metal detecting?
Yes, we do actually have it. And I tell you the one that I do have. Do you remember Blue Peter?
I do.
Valerie Singleton.
Valerie Singleton.
Do you know that the book she has on metal detecting, it is unbelievable, the price of it. It is just a paperback book, and it's because nobody else has it. It's probably online, they have it at about £65.
Yes.
That's ridiculous, but there it is. It just shows you Valerie Singleton.
Valerie Singleton.
Sticky back plastic, remember? She used to be on all the time.
You wouldn't think that she would have been interested in metal detecting.
I know, but I only have one copy and it's in the house. But we have some strange stuff anyway, but here we are, here we go. This is this is all non-fiction. So
Yes.
this is all languages.
Yes.
The whole way up here. Lithuanian, Hungarian, Spanish, Russian, any language, Chinese, Japanese, whatever you want, right up here. Dictionaries, etc. And then when we come here we have psychology, but we also have, these are all ones about mindfulness for helping people to get through their troubles at the minute.
Yes,
a lot of people with this.
Yes.
So this is IT, you can see here anyway. This is science. These are business books. Here we have all famous writers who do a lot of stuff about how to run business, which I could do with a lot of help. Yep.
I don't think so.
I know how to run a business into the ground. I'm very good at that.
No, I would say
Well, been here
you're
long enough anyway.
underselling yourself.
Yeah. And here we are. Well, let's just go through this. Here we are. So up here we've got photography, we've got cookery, we have art the whole way up and down here. How to do art yourself, but also just to look at famous artists. Here we have travel. Travel is big in here, especially all these brochures, but also travel writers are up here. And here we have sport, all sorts of sport, art, the whole way up here, advertising. And up here we have astronomy, planets, and space awareness. This is a very famous cupboard. These are amazingly signed copies. Look at this, Steve Ovett and Sebastian Coe.
Oh, wow.
Both signed copies. Here we have Doctor Who, a signed copy of Tom Baker.
Oh, you're joking.
Here we have Peter Shilton, a signed copy. And there's Doctor Who, signed by Tom Baker himself. There you are, and we have a few copies of that. Here we are, Tom Baker.
Wow.
And they are all original, and some people sometimes, you know. And here we have one here just recently.
That's why they're in the cupboard.
Michael Parkinson. Look at this one, actually. I think it may well have been sent to somebody called Esther. I wonder, was it to Esther Ranson? To Esther, love, Michael Parkinson, 2009. He's passed away now, so he has.
Wow.
And there's Steve Ovett, signed copy. There's John Lowe, the famous, very, very famous darts player. All signed by all these people. And the originals, there's Cliff Richards, signed by him. Mary Peters, Goldie Hawn. It goes on and on, but here's a very interesting one. This is signed, and I have it, it's been proven too. Signed copy by Rick Stanley, who is the brother of Elvis Presley, stepbrother.
Right.
Signed by him, and he is now actually a preacher in the American universities.
Right. Okay.
And working with young people.
Right.
But he has signed it himself. Rick Stanley.
Wow. And then on the other side of the cupboard, you've got collectibles.
Yes, this is all Irish stuff, all the troubles, shipbuilders to the world, lost slaves, which everybody is always looking for, C.S. Lewis, the Orange Order, it doesn't matter, there's Celtic stuff, C.S. Lewis again, all the way down, and we have all these 1955 Northern Ireland directories, you know, for where everybody lived. We have more over here. All of this is all very rare Irish stuff.
Yes.
And people are welcome to look at it. Motocross, all sorts.
Right.
And on the floor here is all sport. You're all footballers and rugby players, golfers, all of that. And here we have more of it, including boxing and all sorts.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Brilliant.
There's a signed copy of Tom Baker. I forgot to put it back in the cupboard.
I don't want to be taking up your time now.
No,
What
I'm enjoying this.
we're gonna do
Let's finish it.
right. Okay.
These are all animal stories. Every horse, or every dog, every breed, right across all these breeds.
Wow.
Shepherd dogs, golden retrievers, Akitas, Great Danes, Scottish Terriers, which I used to have. I used to have a wee Scottish Terrier, my wee Bonnie. She used to sit in the window and people thought it was a toy until she started moving, and then all they killed it. Oh, it's a real that's a real dog. Yes, I says it is a real dog.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's funny because if I see a sort of a dog that is different, somebody bringing walking a dog that is different, and I don't see them very often, I will stop that person and I will say, "Can I
What
video
breed's your dog?
Well, I will say, "Can I video your dog?"
Yeah,
and,
sure.
and tell me all about it. So I have actually dogs in my playlist.
Pug rock. There you
Pug
are.
rock.
It's also rock, but somebody really likes their dog wearing the headphones so she can listen to a bit of rock.
Oh boy, you're a gag. And this is
That one. Where's that boxer? you go.
we had a boxer. We had a white boxer.
So my boxer was called Sparky, after me. And it used to come to me every day at school. And I would tell the boys, don't call him, don't shout him, he'll come after the ball. But they wouldn't listen to me. Sparky, right here, here's it, straight in, bang, burst the ball. I said, I told you not to call him. He kept coming.
Which begs the question, how did you get your nickname?
My grandfather gave me that from birth.
Seriously?
When I was my grandmother was looking after me, and I was in the pram or in the cot,
Jumping about,
and Sparky and the Talking Train and Sparky and the Talking Piano was on the radio.
right?
And
You
apparently every time when the voice
came on.
this little voice came on, "Hello, my name is Sparky." And my eyes would light up, and my grandfather said to my granny, Abby, look at the way his eyes light up when he hears that wee voice. And out of the blue one day, a certain man came in and he gave me an envelope and I says, "That's for you, Sparky, take that." And I said, what is it? He says, "Oh, you just have a look later." He had recorded all the Sparky radio programs.
Wasn't that
I said,
so
"Where did you get that?"
kind?
He says, "That's for me to know."
And he
He
wouldn't tell you.
says, "But you have him anyway." So I have him at
Brilliant.
home.
Brilliant.
A lovely man. Like
Brilliant,
to do
brilliant.
that.
Right, what else have we still to see here?
So now this is all the royals' autobiographies, everything from Diana right back to kings and queens of all the years ago.
All the history and
History. And this is
going
the
right
history
back.
section we're coming to now. So this is all Irish history, the Irish troubles, all the people that lived in the troubles. These are all the places, and this is Irish transport going right back to the old days of Belfast, the buses and the Irish gauge railways and trams, all right back.
There's
And
a
here
lot
we
of social history in here.
all social history. Here's this is all, again, this book of all the parks, East Belfast, North Belfast, South Belfast, everywhere, town and country, Newton Ards,
You see, some
Ballymena, everywhere.
Some of the books that you have here they wouldn't be published for the last 50
oh no, they've been out a long
years.
time. Like you say, even with Titanic, a lot of these are some of them are quite.
Oh yeah, I've never seen the half of these.
Mm-hmm.
They're just so rare.
Yeah, and the same here. A lot of this come down here. And I actually have a book here about the songs of the County Down, and my bookshop is actually spoken about it inside it.
Right.
And the writer is Jackie Boyce. He's a bag maker for Elaine pipes and bagpipes, and he did a book, the songs of County Down. And at the front of it, he has mentioned the shop here because he used to come in here, and I used to find all these songs for him. Here we are. These are all poetry and songs.
And you were able to just lay your hand on them.
Yes, I brought him down the years. He's taken many
And
of
he-
them, but he was a lovely man.
and he
Jackie Boyce,
appreciated
a
it.
Good fellow, oh, he's a brilliant guy.
Ah, super.
And here's the
super.
Irish history. Here's a lovely bit here. This is the Scots-Irish in America. My goodness. Look at the Americans. Look at the Irish did for America. the Scots in Tennessee and the Carolinas and Kentucky, everywhere. And today I was just looking at a book today, and I just lifted it out there, and it has all the Irishmen who were from all these Irishmen who became presidents.
Yes, yes. Oh,
And
there's a whole dose of them.
Yeah, but what about this boy here too, Davy Crockett? County Down, yeah, there you go.
What is it? Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
And the other one, I didn't realise this till the other week. I have another one here on Billy the Kid, and he came from County Antrim. There you go. Who would have thought about that? Yes.
My goodness.
So there's loads of these.
My
This
goodness.
is narrow gauge railway. This is all Irish stuff. Titanic again, as you were saying, and a lot of Titanic here. But then we move on from that, the Irish transport, and these are all the war stories of the First and Second World War,
Yeah.
and the men that fought here from Northern Ireland, men who gave up their lives, forgotten soldiers, Irishmen shot at dawn because,
Oh, why?
yes, there's
Oh,
so much
travesty.
travesty, yes. So, but here we are, the whole way, town and country for all the parts of Ireland, Northern Ireland. Beautiful books on Mourne. You know, books like this are absolutely, the photography is absolutely beautiful.
Priceless.
These are great. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Look at that one there, but that's in that, the green graves. Here's one for you. I went to a concert one time. Paul Brady was in concert in Belfast,
Yes.
and he began to play this one, I close my eyes and whisper to the emerald of the green, from the fishing shores of Antrim to the shores of Dundonald and all this. He went in to sing this, the 40
yes.
Shades of Green.
Yes.
And he said, would anybody like to tell me who wrote that song? And somebody shared it out. Who was it? Who do you think actually sung it?
No idea, boy.
Well, he's a pretty famous singer, Johnny Cash.
Oh, Johnny.
And somebody says, "I right," and he says exactly. That is exactly true. He was flying back from Britain, but travelling over Ireland, going back to America.
Yes, yes.
And he looked down, and he said it was just like about 100 shades of green.
Patchwork.
40 shades of green. He just says, beautiful. Emerald Ale. The
Emerald
Emerald Ale.
Ale.
I think he says that too, Bing Crosby. Emerald Ale, you know, he sings that. What's that song that he sings to? From the fishing boats at Shannon to the shores of Donaghy. He calls it Donaghy, Bing Crosby, but he spoke about it.
Right, okay. Okay, right, what's next?
Well, next would be, this is all history and politics all over the world.
Upstairs here.
You know, all over the world. This is all music. These are all music, guitars, they're all rock stars, classical music to be learning music, piano.
So if I asked you,
Every
have you got a
instrument.
book on Van?
Van Morrison. Oh, you'll find Van Morrison down there
Have
anyway.
you got a book on your
Do you know what me and Van Morrison have in
common?
common?
No idea.
Only me and Van, and I'm going to say one day to Van about that, and he'll say to me, "I dead on, like I know you're from East Belfast. That's all right. I sure everybody's from East Belfast." I said, "No, Van, just something that me and you have in common, not everybody else." And he said, "Well, what would that be?" I said, "We were both expelled." But
You were telling us there about you and Van Morrison were expelled from which school was that?
Orangefield.
Orangefield.
I got expelled in my first year. He got expelled in his last year.
Right.
By the same headmaster. But having said this, I have great admiration for that headmaster, because that man went out of his way, John Malone, to help a lot of kids in East Belfast who were with a lot of problems, and he went out of his way to make sure that Orangefield would make them welcome, to take them in.
Make
where
a difference.
Other people, yes, make a difference. He was a lovely man, and I just have a great admiration for him.
Good man. Right, come on, let's finish this.
So here we are. We're back here. We do some DVDs. This is all military section. Here we have a whole section on the Holocaust. Then we're into aviation, Air Force, Navy, Army. Right across here from First World Wars, the Second World War.
Tim Collins there.
Tim Collins, yes. A lot of Irish guys in here. Up here we have the Irish. You already looked at that. This is a lot of the Irish war stuff. Men who went to war, First and Second World War, for their country. But here we have all sorts of history, including German history, all sorts of history, all military of all sorts. Any amount of it, yeah.
Right, and that's basically, that's the whole thing done except the religious section.
But also here, this is all biographical section.
Oh, right,
all the way
right,
up and
right.
down.
Right.
This is classic novels, Greek and Roman classic novels. But down here is all biographies of showbiz, of rock stars, whatever, of filmmakers in the past. Also here we have true stories, true stories about gangsters.
Yeah, yeah.
Also about
Al Capone.
things that have happened down the years, maybe in Ireland, etc. And again, we have all this music stuff. So that's it here. And also here we are with all politics and history as well here. There's so much of it, so it's everywhere. And then we can go for this room and the background here. In the back room here.
This is where you lock the local priest or minister and throw away the key.
Here we are, yes, this is all Christian books. Okay, so we'll start here. This is an A to Z of commentaries for Old and New Testament, the whole way up and down here, right? This is church history, going right back to the Reformation and away beyond that, right back to early Rome and the early church. These are all children's Christian books. Down here as well, we have biographies. These are daily devotionals, lots of these daily devotionals, and we have a lot of CDs also and DVDs. But here we have biography. Right down here we have a C.S. Lewis section, quite a lot of Lewis stuff. We have a Brethren Assemblies section here and here.
Right.
And here we have, believe it or not, Christian novels, which is the most sold thing here. The whole way up and down for both, writers and different writers here. A lot of Karen Kingsbury, a lot of the other famous Jeanette Oak, all sorts. But also there's a lot of guys stuff here, Jenkins and LaHaye, all these novels that have been down the years. Talking about the second coming. We have sections here actually on just the second coming of the Lord. We've also got theology here and biography, Christian biography, Martin Lloyd-Jones, Irish people, Irish related missionaries biographies.
Right.
And on it goes. And here behind you, these are all sorts of Bibles, Bible studies right up here, the Newbury Bible at the top. Right through to all the NIV, the King James, all sorts of stuff related to the Bible, study Bibles of all sorts, concordances, Max Lucado, all sorts of different Bibles. The whole way up and down, Bible dictionaries, Bible concordances.
But this isn't the complete Sparky bookshop. You have another building that you sort books out.
We have our stores, yes, we have our stores.
And you would have more stuff there.
Oh yeah.
So somebody can come into your shop and say, look Sparky, I'm looking for such and such a book by so and so, and it's published when, and you say, leave it with me and I'll see what I can do.
If I can't find it here, I'll look for it in the store. Yep.
Right, okay.
The store's quite big.
So you're open to do something like that?
Oh yes, we do.
Right.
Yep.
My goodness gracious. Well look, I must say thank you very much. I didn't expect such
you're welcome.
a welcome.
Yep.
And me taking up your time. And
No. We're in the shop.
And your knowledge is encyclopedic of what you have.
Well, I forgot about all this. These are all our CDs, and I think CDs will make a comeback. If LPs and vinyl make a comeback, CDs will make a comeback because you're not being interrupted. You can have it if your phone's not working or if your Wi-Fi is not working.
I just hate on YouTube, the adverts. I just hate it.
Well, there you go.
There you go. That's look at many thanks.
Irish music, rock music, country music, classical music over on this side. Right, Ryan? This is all classical music, older music.
So you
right
don't
back.
discriminate about anything.
All sorts of music. Yep.
My goodness.
And we also do books on CD. You can books on CD over here too at the front. These are actual books on CD, like.
Oh yes, I listened to a book.
Yeah,
on a long,
Peters,
a long
yes, Robert
drive.
Smith, all sorts. Yes, yep, that's it. Yep.
Boys, oh, boys, oh. Many thanks.